Lucia Kulas was born and raised in Pesale on Sri Lanka's northwest coast. Families here lost everything during the war between the government and the Tamil Tigers. She says recovery has been hampered by one factor.
Because the Indian trawlers come, our income has been affected. The income that should come to us, the fish we should be catching, is being taken away by the Indian trawlers.
Researchers say Sri Lanka loses over $50 million every year on prize shrimp and fish stocks to Indian trawlers, which poach in its territorial waters. Lucia put it bluntly.
Taking from the neighbor's house is stealing. This is what they're doing, stealing. They come from a neighboring country to ours, to our village. Their boats don't allow ours to fish, but they steal our resources.
Indian fishermen say they are fishing in traditional waters. Up to 3,000 boats have been detected crossing the international maritime boundary into Sri Lankan waters on some occasions. The Indian boats are bigger and more powerful than the Sri Lankan vessels, which are forced to stay on land.
There's only 3 days to fish in a week. We cannot do that properly. Our nets get cut. We got further and further into debt and we are facing increasing difficulties.
Day workers like Suguna, who earn about $4 a day cutting fish, are also affected.
We only have work if there is a catch or return home empty-handed. It's with this money that we eat, educate the children and cover expenses.
Fishermen-level talks between the two countries in New Delhi ended in stalemate earlier this week.
3 years, we won't tolerate 3 minutes of poaching in our waters.
Sri Lanka refused an Indian demand for 85 days of fishing for 3 years. Sri Lanka's decision to detain Indian trawlers while releasing fishermen is proving to be effective. These are some of the 131 Indian vessels presently held by Sri Lanka. More than 1,500 fishermen have been released since 2014. Sri Lanka is finally beginning to crack down on large-scale poaching. It's now changing its Fisheries Act to ensure action against offenders, allowing boat owners, rather than their hired help, to be punished. The country's fishing community is hoping these measures and a strong government response to poaching will help them regain control of their heritage and allow them to rebuild their lives. Minelle Fernandez, Al Jazeera, Mannar.